Hey guys, so I'm developing this endless runner game, and I thought that I'll share these events with you, a little bit of a tutorial, so you guys can get some idea. So as of now, the state of the game is like this. I'm developing this for mobile, so my orientation is like in a portrait mode. I haven't implemented the contact with the player, the coins which will be contacted with the player. So for the game event, okay, so this is a player controller event, and I'll show you afterwards what it does. I have separated the player controller event and the normal game event. So let's look at the game event. So at the beginning of the scene, so I have this timer which will basically keep track of the coin randomization. So once the timer hits a certain second, the coins will be spawned. And also I have a time randomizer, it's a variable, and you will get to know about this thing. All right. Uh, so first, this environment scrolling. This is important. So I have this background, which is a tile background basically. So at every frame, so there is no condition that means it is at every frame. The x offset will increase, it will add this. So the speed is another variable and it will be multiplied with time delta. So this is just a variable I have divided it to. This is for my game because the background will move a little bit slower than the ground. So it looks better. And then this ground again change the x offset to speed times delta times. And it is adding. All right, the x offset is being added. And then there's the ground bottom basically. So this one is the ground bottom. So it will go at the same speed as the ground. Now I have this coin generation and destruction. Now we will get to know about this timer and things. So when the timer is greater than the time randomizer second, so this variable will help me to randomize the timer because I don't want the coins to be, uniformly generated. I want a little bit of randomization over there. So once the timer hits certain time limit, a coin will be spawned, and there's a spawner. This blue color is a spawner. Coin will be spawned, and this coin scale will be changed because the coin initially was small, so it will be, you know, become bigger. I have changed the angle because by default the coin are angled towards the right hand side. That's the 90 degrees. So, however, I want the coin to go the left hand side, so that's 180. And once these things are done, the coin timer will reset, and also the randomization variable will reset. And the coin once collided with this red colored object, which is a coin destructor, it will destroy. One thing about the behavior of the coin, I have this advanced projectile, and I have set everything to zero except for the starting speed because I don't need any kind of acceleration or deceleration with the coin. So I have this set speed of 100. So whenever the coin gets created, it will start going towards the left hand side because that 180 degrees left hand side with the speed of 100. So now the player controller event. So the player has this behavior. I'll just show you the platformer object behavior. So it has this platformer object behavior, and these are all default I have unticked the default controls, and these numbers are all default. So when a touch is made, it will simulate the player jump, and if the player is jumping, there's just the animation. It will change the animation to jumping, and if it is on the floor, the animation will change to running. So that's it for this tutorial. See you in the next one.